All right, guys, I want to talk about chipping, and specifically within the chip shot, different ways to control trajectory, mostly setup and follow through related. So let's talk about 3 different chipping trajectories and then 3 different styles that you would do those. So for our stock chip shot first, just kind of a basic shot, ball position wise, I'm looking for the ball position to be somewhere in the middle, nothing super fancy here. And then I'm looking for just a neutral chip shot and follow through. So the pieces I'm looking at here that we're gonna go through, there's really 2 pieces in the follow through that I'm kind of focused on that are gonna control trajectory. Number 1 is the distance of the butt of the club relative to your body or your hip here. Now, if I were to hit a chip shot, and let's kind of switch gears here, and let's say I'm gonna go into a low chip shot, and I'll explain that part. For me to hit a low chip shot, the first piece I'm gonna do here is the ball position is gonna go a little farther back. My hands are gonna basically be in the same place, but because the ball's farther back, they're gonna be a little bit of shaft lean there compared to normal. Weight's about 60-40 on my left. And this is where the butt of the club thing comes into effect. For me to hit the lowest shot, I'm gonna go ahead and have a follow through that looks like this, which is the butt of the club is the farthest from my body and my hip, and the club head is the lowest to the ground. Now, if I were to just kind of maintain that and bring that back to impact, that's the look I'm looking for. Low shot, I want less dynamic loft, and I'm gonna have that look all the way into my follow through. Hands far from my body, club head low. Medium shot again, normal trajectory would be ball in the middle, and I would have a follow through that's more neutral. Butt of the club now is a little bit closer to my body. Club head is roughly even height with my hands. This would be more neutral. And then my highest shot, I'd adjust the ball position more forward. I'd probably open the face a little bit. My hands again are in the same location, but because the ball's forward, it might appear more straight up and down or slightly back. But then in my follow through, it's gonna be the opposite. The butt of the club is the closest to my hip, and the club head is the highest. So here's the lowest shot, hands far away from me, club head low. Here's the medium shot, and here's the high shot. I'm not adjusting a ton in my backswing for those, maybe a little bit of swing length and hinge when I go back, but mostly setup related and follow through. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate a couple of these here so you can see, and the trajectories. Here will be my low shot. Ball's a little bit back, hands and weight a little forward, really feeling that follow through like that. So hands are far away from me, club head is pretty low. That was pretty good. Now medium, ball position back in the middle, shaft neutral, weight neutral, more of a neutral follow through here. So there's my hands and club roughly the same height. Medium, pretty good. And my high shot, the ball be a little more forward. Club head's a little more open, shaft more neutral. And I'm gonna go ahead and have a closer follow through. Butt of the club closer to me, club head higher, and that was a higher trajectory shot. So this is a little bit more advanced. You know, this is something that you're gonna do after you get through, make sure your contact's good. You're gonna go ahead and make sure your landing zones are good. If you're not good at those 2 things, don't do this yet. But once you get good at contact and landing zones, start to play around with these follow through and setup differences and control your trajectory. It'll make a big difference in your proximity to the hole on the course when the pins are in different locations, you have different grass types and so on and so forth. So hopefully that helps. Let us know how you guys do.